The rooms suck. Anyone who's tried to get a 1000 agrees. Thankfully though, the devs also agree, and likely at the end of the year, the rooms will receive a complete overhaul, and I would like to make some ideas on what this might be.
I wonder what overhaul updates they could add.
Firstly, let's address the elephant in the room. It takes over 2.5 hours to beat the rooms normally.
It does?
The majority of Doors players, including me, don't have that much free time in one sitting, but I have a solution which keeps the best of both worlds, with it still being a huge occasion, but being manageable for most people. We are going to be splitting the rooms into two. From A1 to A500 would be the rooms, and from A501 to A1000 will be the headquarters. Now this not only makes it more manageable, as you can use save slots to only have to spend an hour at a time to beat it, but also keeps the rooms engaging due to both floors being very different. Let's start with the normal rooms. How would we revamp this? First let's talk about the rooms in the rooms. Yeah, the rooms in the rooms suck, so we will be replacing the rooms in the current rooms with new.
Does any of you guys understand this? Does any of you guys understand this? Like rooms and the rooms and the rooms and the rooms. It's just like orange. If oranges are orange, oranges are orange, and orange is orange. Is it because oranges are orange? Oranges are orange. Like that makes sense. That also doesn't make sense at the same time. That's confusing.
Rooms in the rooms. That way the rooms in the rooms are much better. Anyways, the rooms has always felt stuffy and cramped. So let's keep that with these room designs. They will look something like this, with most of the space being taken up by cubicles. Gold and items can also spawn on these shelves and desks. With these updated lockers also being there, as you progress more lights will flicker and go out, until around room.
So does that mean Rush is coming? What?
50, all the lights go out when you enter the room, and this is where entities can start spawning. Now let's get to the entities. First let's revamp A60, naming him after door numbers is really confusing, so instead we will rename him to the Multi-Monster.
Multi-Monster, we have to keep that in mind.
His appearance will also be similar to rooms and doors, where it keeps on flashing between these different faces. I always though the rooms and doors A60 was very cool, so
No, I prefer the original A60, like, I prefer that, like, I don't like that. It just, like, moves around and may glitch. Literally.
just Gunner. Oh, you saw nothing. In all seriousness, the mechanics will be very different. Now there are different variations. Yes, I know rooms and doors also has A60 primes, but these are different. Firstly we have the red one. This one would be very fast, similar to the current A60. He will flicker the lights, turning on until they stop flickering, only giving you a few seconds to hide before he rushes through. Now there's the blue one, with a very faint flicker and much quieter sound. However, it gives you much more time to hide. The white one which flashbangs you, and maybe a few more.
I should probably put a warning there. That also flashbanged me. I did not. Next time you should put a warning. That would make it even better. So people do not want to see it, and if they're like, I don't know, they don't want to get flashbanged without a warning. So I'll add it to this video.
When the lights flicker, they will flicker in the color of which variation would spawn, so you know which one is coming. One last feature I would like to add, which would be very cool, is the colors can mix. Let's take an example.
Wait. Colors can mix, but also, why is your gold in the 7s? It cannot get to 1,247. Going to get to 1,220, 1,245, or 1,250, or 1,240. Gotta get this. Not Shavat. I don't know.
If the lights flicker pink, that being red and white, he is faster and flashbangs you. However, to compensate, he doesn't go as fast as normal red, or flashbang you as hard as the normal white. Now A90 and A120 are already very nice and unique. Let's just name them
True.
Stop and Smiler respectively. Now, we will be changing the exit rooms. Now they will no longer spawn. They will still exist, but we will get to that later. And to go with this, a 90 or stop will now spawn at a 159, and a 120 or smiler will now spawn at a 300, so that you have time to get used to the new A60 variation.
That is a lot of rooms. That is a lot of rooms.
Now, let's add bosses. The main boss throughout these subfloors will be Almer, a scrap.
Why is he's playing Grumble song, ready to grumble in his video, even though he's in the rooms. He's not at door 150 in the mines. No, let's just ignore the song and keep going.
Entity during the backdoor update. Similar to the Gloom Bats, he will hate lights. However, he will instead viciously attack and destroy any light sources and kill the player if he is illuminated by it. First, let's add a chase for him. It will last 100 rooms.
Why would you add a chase in the rooms? That just doesn't make sense, but let's see it anyway.
And start around a 200, with him coming in through the
I prefer Seek. Where is Seek? Where is Seek? I want Seek. I don't want Alma. I want Seek. It's like having Figure and it's like having Seek. It's like having Figure for the Seek chase and Figure at door 50 because that's in fact a boss fight.
ceiling and chasing you. During the
I want Seek. Seek would be so much better. It would be much better. Alma will need to take a break. It will be 10 times better without the Alma for the Seek chase.
whole chase, beacons of light will point towards you, causing Almer to chase you.
Why would Curious Light help? Where is Guiding Light? We're not even halfway and I'm already arguing with this menace.
You will have to dodge and jump around obstacles. There will also be rooms with the main door blocked off and a hole in the wall, which skips through around 10 rooms, so you don't actually need to go through that many rooms. At the end, you will make a big jump with the ceiling then collapse.
Just like the first Seek chase in the mines. Like you have to jump and then you fall down and then to the minecart.
And blocking him. And the reason a 120 or Smiler spawned so late is that now after the
Guiding Light will have to block him. It'll be so much better.
chase he can start spawning, instead of just at some random time. Now, before we get to the ending boss fight, I would like to add one last feature which will be important later.
Okay.
You can now find vials of starlight in normal rooms and buy bottles of starlight at a shop after the Almer chase.
I prefer that. Like vials of starlight would be a lot better. And the vial of starlight and the vial of starlight would be useful for the rift. Like you don't have to go to the back door and not get like survive like extra 50 doors. Instead, you have to survive an extra 1,000 doors. That's nice.
Now, the ending boss fight will start at door.
But yeah, how much would it be? How much would the viral starlight be? Comment and I'll comment down below and I will give you a shout out.
400. Almer will come back, and this time there are.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know, but let's just not do that for the Seek chase. Let's just not do that for the chase, and Guiding Light would instead. Guiding Light will escape from the Seek goo, and he will come to help us. And Curious Light will like block Guiding Light from preventing or Seek to come.
Many traps around. There are these boost pads which will give you the bottle of starlight effect, which makes you not only run faster but also makes you glow, so Almer will attack you. You will need to pull levers on the wall to open the doors. Once again, the normal path is blocked off and each lever
Actually, we should not add Alma. It will be so much better, right? Instead, we should add Bramble or Figure. It has to be one of those. And they would make a lot of noise. No, Figure is actually better, but it would make a lot of noise. A lot of noise. I don't want Alma in this update. It would be the worst update in the entire history of doors. Let's just see.
pull skips 10 rooms. When you pull the lever, it will activate a light above it which Alma will
Instead, it would make a lot of noise. There, boom,
immediately
boom.
attack, destroying the lever and closing the door if you aren't fast enough. Now here's the thing, to be fast enough you will need to use the boost pads and outrun Alma until the effect wears off.
That should be Figure. It would be a lot more sense for Figure. A lot more sense for Figure, but Figure would break out, so that means Guided Light will escape yet again. It will make it so much easier.
Also, you can't hide as there are no lockers in this section. If Alma breaks the lever and you can't make it to the door, a new lever will spawn. This will continue 9 times until at door 490, where you will need to pull 3 levers in quick succession, then run for the door, slamming it behind you and blocking Alma.
No, it should be like Curious Light will block it yet again because he hates Guiding Light. I think. I don't know. Like, it should block it so Guiding Light can't get in. But that also means Figure can't get in. It will make a lot more sense.
Now, you've reached the end of the rooms. There will be 2 options. First, of course, continue to the headquarters and try to get the barrel of Starlight, or you could just exit back to the hotel.
You should save in the headquarters. That would make it even better. Or escape. It will make it a lot better. That's so good.
Either way, you will get the same badge for beating the rooms. When you enter the headquarters, you will be greeted by Bob and his shop. Yeah, remember when El Goblino said Bob saw Curious Light? This is why. You can buy various items like Starlight vials and bottles, a flashlight, battery pack and bandage pack, which will all
They should add a Starlight candle. But you would not need a lighter, and it would never run out. But here's the thing. It will also help you for some entities. Plus it will give you a boost. But it would not shine out as bright as the candle or the lighter does. It will just shine weaker. That's the way we can nerf it. So it's not as powerful as it. So it would make a lot of sense. That's why you want to use the Violet Starlights, because you have more of them.
be very helpful. These rooms will be much more spacious, with a lot of soundproofing on the walls, and lights which are always on. Now, because of the heavy soundproofing, you can't hear entities until basically the last second. To compensate for this, the lights will now flicker even when Smiler, A120, spawns. Most rooms
Nice.
will have stairs or ladders, mostly going up. Lifts will also spawn every few rooms. You can inert the vials or bottles of Starlight inside it, which will make the lift glow and start up, eventually slowing down and stopping in between the floors, skipping 15 to 20 rooms if you insert the vials and 60 to 65 rooms if you use the bottles. It will also stop early and go back down if it skips to a boss event. Speaking about boss events, here they are. Firstly, we have another Almer Chase. It will start.
No, seek. I keep telling you, it's Seek Chase. Seek Chase would be a lot better. We don't want Alma in this. Guide and Light will escape yet again, like in the last one.
Start around A750, with the obstacles being similar to the first one, just with the different room styles. However, after a while, you will be trapped between Alma and a broken elevator shaft.
No, that should be C.
It moves diagonally instead of vertically. You
Nope, 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 nope. Minecart. I want minecart. It would be so much better. And they would have real tracks, so I think we know someone who is sparkly blue and helps us in the chases. Can you guess who that is? That's right, it is Guide and Light. Yet again, he will help us with the minecart chase. We don't want a boring elevator. I just want minecarts.
will need to jump between elevators as the shafts come to an end. You will also need to occasionally jump up and keep pace with the elevator as you jump through broken staircases and over deep pits, until finally, you flip a lever to turn off all the lights in the facility.
Nope, 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 nope. All you do is Curious Light slant. You open a letter and then Curious Light will shut it. It will make so much more. It will make so much more lore.
Causing Alma to go dormant. Now it's the boss fight. This chase will end at A900. Now not only is there soundproofing but also there are no lights to flicker, and Alma being
I actually want a new entity. Wait, let me look up who is A900. And that's it. A900 on your middle screen. I would want that to spawn in the last 100 rooms. Yeah, guys, future me, and I think they should make it less scarier. So, please, Splash, just do it. So much more lore, because I want Mischievous Light to spawn it, and it would break through the ceiling and spawn it. It would break through the ceiling when the lights go. When the lights break, you had to hide. But you won't. And also, it would go kind of fast. So you have to go to Claw's locker quick.
sure to make sure you can't use any lights. However, the room layout will be very different. Just lockers on each side. Somewhat of a changing room type setup. That way finding lockers in time isn't an issue, but hearing the entities spawning is the biggest challenge. Then you will finally reach A1000.
Am I doing the castle song?
Curious Light saves you, making a wall to block Alma. Then you can find
No, it should be Grumble actually. There should be like another boss fight for like Grumbles, just like in the outdoors, the mines, and the hotel. We want lore. We don't want another simulator. We want lore.
finally open the last door and claim your barrel. That's my concept for the room's overhaul. Now my luck sucks, so I'm sure nothing even similar to this will ever be added. But if you think this would be fun to play through, consider liking and subscribing, but only if you want. And if you have any other ideas, you can share them in the comments below. And why not check out this video next?
So thank you guys for watching this video, and here is my shout out. No, it's only one, but you guys chose not to comment, so next shorter video we will do one, because you guys need to comment to get a shout out. Okay? Now, goodbye.